we at Creative IT, we kind of specialize in helping remote teams onboard. We got for us, we have like an actual portal where we can communicate with the companies that we're servicing from an IT perspective. But what does great remote onboarding look like from day one through week one, through month one, through year one?
Yeah, onboarding can really go badly remotely, because a lot of times you can just kind of leave somebody to fend for themselves. So, what I'm going to tell you are some of the guidelines for in person onboarding too. But with remote, I think you in particular need to have a structured plan. So, I think, one of the things that I share with any type of onboarding is start before the person starts. So making sure that you have everything in place for them when they come into work on day one, that you are communicating with them if there's a lag, which there usually is between the offer and between when they start, that you provide really good instructions for the first day. They're going to be remote. They're not coming anywhere. You don't have to do parking and all those kind of things, but let them know what to expect because that's going to reduce their anxiety. Assigning a buddy, I think, is really important. So that would be a person that's not their manager, that is, just another person that's a peer, but that can help them navigate the culture. I think is a really good strategy because you
Oh,
don't want to ask your manager everything, and you're probably not going to because you don't want to look like you're dumb, right?
right,
Or
right.
having that person to contact and having them help you navigate things is really helpful. But you don't want to assign them to negative Nancy. You want it to be a good employee that's going to help navigate them in a positive way. Having structured check-ins. So with in-person onboarding, I recommend that the manager have a sit-down meeting, two-way conversation, not just how are things going? Great. Okay. Once a week. But I think with a remote person, I would do that even more often. Maybe even just a daily, doesn't have to be anything long, but a daily check-in and having a structured plan at least for the first few weeks. The other thing that I recommend, and the manager could do this, or if they have an HR person, they could do this, is a couple times at some point in the first 90 days and then at 90 days, doing what I call an entrance interview, which is just asking them some questions. Is this job what you expected? Do you have the tools and resources that you need to do your job? What suggestions do you have? Because oftentimes new employees come in and they see things you're doing that are just kind of dumb, but you don't, you're not paying attention. You're just used to doing it that way.
Yeah.
So they may have some really good suggestions for improvement. Asking them what additional support or training they need. So really kind of expanding on that check-in to ask for their feedback and then acting on it where you can is going to help you head off some possible things that might cause them to leave.